Sierra Center for Remembering and Sharing, and that's at this place. And this is the 5th of 8 concerts in this Crossing Boundaries concert series this year. And tonight's concert is curated by Gamin. This is Gamin. Hear what you think about this show, and Gamin and Leah can take questions and do their best to answer. Would you like to start?
Thank you for performance, thank you for music, it's beautiful. Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, so we would like to have open discussion. We would like to hear how you feel about this performance. And if you have anything, comments to her and to John, we are welcome to hear. And any questions we're gonna want to share.
So I think a little bit. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you, John, Sarah. So thank you so much for coming. This piece I developed. I've been working on it for a few years now, but every time I do it, I develop it into a different way. And last month, with the help of Flushing Town Hall, I had a residency there, and I brought that piece here in hopes of developing more as I go. Because what you saw today was a roughly 30-minute piece. And so I guess I do have a question in terms of if you can share, or if you want to share, what you saw that resonated with you, what kind of storyline you saw. Is that okay? Right? I should ask. Storyline you thought or interpret, and then start from there if you don't mind. But this is really, thank you so much for coming. I know it's a really, well, it just happened. A little bit not funny show, but whatever your thought that you saw as you came, you saw the show, I would like to know.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. It was wonderful and so creative. To me, what was resonating was all about identity and the struggle with ourselves, and so that's what I was questioning, thinking about during as you were working with the puppet, and I just loved when it was hanging. It was just, I wanted to draw it. It was so wonderfully done. But I was wondering if you can share with us maybe if well, I could be totally wrong, but what that was for you, that work, that struggle with the puppet, and what that meant to you in terms of identity loss.
So I started developing this piece because I had this memory of not wanting to hold my mom's hand when I was a child. Not because I did not like her, I love her. It's because I mixed, and I grew up in Japan, the countryside. My mom was the only foreigner. So, not that I noticed this, but I remember that feeling of I want to hold my mom's hand, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable in public. So that was the moment or memory I started with. And from there I started building a body part, and then wanted to explore this in-between-ness that we start to feel as we grow up and realize sometimes I have to be this, sometimes I have to be this, when I'm actually both. So this battle, who do I pick, or which body parts we put on, or I put on, that was where I was exploring.
So you lived in Japan for a while.
Yes.
And I remember always having this dissonance of, well, where am I really from right now? Is it US or is it Japan? And it was always a very big struggle until I finally realized you could be from both.
Yes.
I saw this piece a year ago at a different place, and the same piece, but it's developed a lot, and it shows a lot different way now. And I feel like it's, when I first saw this show, I saw more like struggling and identity. Well, today it's my just in personal feeling, but it's more interaction between puppet, not only struggling, but also more interaction and something attachment. I feel like that, yeah, a little bit different way from the past. Yeah.
Hi, I just feel I just really love this piece, and somehow I don't know, maybe I was just talking to my friend about the relationship between daughter and mom, so I feel it. So I feel there's something about mom and you, especially from the first part and in the development. I think it changed something. At first I feel like because it's behind you, it's like the influence of your mom on you, but you never really be aware of it. But it's always on you, no matter it's good or bad. And when you grow up, you start to realize, oh, that's a thing. It's something you take from your mom. And sometimes you don't want it because you know your mom too much and you know the bad part of it. You don't want to be like her sometimes. So I saw the struggling of it, but when in the end I saw somehow it's in your body. So you became your mom even if you don't want to sometimes. And yeah, that I don't know how, but when you because I can also interpret it as a problem of identity, like because like I came from another place, so that's a kind of interpretation I can understand. But what I feel is more like the relationship between you and mom and how you want to hug her, but how you want to escape from her.
Like a rough storyline I could follow was like a prologue that was or was not related to it, which was the hand moving very gently across the stage, which in this moment resonated with me a lot. I don't know why. It's just so carefully done. It's just so like delicately done that I forget that you could possibly be in this bag. And other times I've seen it, I always forget it's possible for you to fit inside this bag. And so the hand coming across is like a really nice lo-fi special effect, which feels like now focusing on this very small thing. And then after that, I think I see, yeah, a hand that pulls someone out. A hand has its own agency, wants to do something that you don't want to do. And I see like this other part of yourself that comes out. And it's nice that it's on the other side because then it feels like we know which one of you it is. It's not like you have to act like two people. It's like you can just show us which side you are. And then that thing wanted to make a body, you didn't quite want it to, and then it like constructed, and then you took it apart, then recognized some parts of yourself, constructed the thing, and then when when you finished making the thing, it had a really specific goal. That was something about wanting to hold you in and not let you go away, and then you got so close that you destroyed it. I was really excited on button back. Yeah.
Okay. I just always don't know what to do with them. Yes.
The part that resonated with me was really strong point was when you were trying to rip the face off of the mask off of your face, because I feel like at that point, kind of you realize where something becomes a part of you and you can't get rid of it. But then, like just before that, you don't exactly grasp when something is becoming a part of you. You never realize it, but it happens. So that part really is.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking of a similar to how you were describing it, something about the self as a construct. I didn't get that much about a parent-parental relationship apart from the very beginning, and it seemed like something about a shadow self, like some kind of subconscious, darker self that is externalized, trying to reconcile with it and struggling with it. Like it is, I saw it to be a representation of you, mostly. And I guess it felt kind of existential, something about like, am I just my body? Am I more than my body? Those are the questions that kind of brought up for me.
I have a question about the space. So did you pick the space and try to be part of the program, or the other way around? Because I feel like that this piece has been done in this space is so important, because how light it is around your acting is contributing so much meaning of it. If you do it in front of red color, I feel I might have felt like one identity is trying to kill the other. And if you did it in front of black background, then I think that this intensity would bring darkness into it. You know, so the fact that it's so light around you is contributing so much, especially to me and emotionally, because I felt like my understanding was like one part of you trying to kill your whole and trying to take over, and you don't want to let that happen, but at the same time you kind of know that's happening already, and it could be social pressure, cultural pressure, whatever that is a part of you is taking over the whole. That was my understanding, and because of this place, I felt like even if that happens, it's coming from the very honest place. There's something pure, so pure about this piece. Do you feel that way, and how did you pick the space?
Well, with CRS, I had a choice of doing it downstairs or upstairs, and for me, from the get-go, I said, I want to do it here. It's so beautiful, and like you said, I think having a clear blank space that kinda you can, like a ghost, you can see, you know, infinitely or more plain. Totally, I agree that I wanted to do it here. The thing is though, because it is so intimate, I did have a sense of I'm so tall already to begin with, so I wasn't sure how that transition, I don't know, that part I'm still exploring in terms of space, but yes. I think, sorry, I don't know if I completely, well, I totally agree with you that this is something powerful that made this plain for you guys for the audience to see, like, it's this and this, just.
It worked, it was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of really lovely moments, but the moment when the hand embraces you is like really breathtaking, and I think maybe if you work more with that, you might find more stuff to do, and maybe more variations of the calling back than just reaching. It could be sort of more playful, but or seducing in some way. I don't know. There might be other ways for that to work. And then the only other thing, I just wasn't sure. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you thought about the construction sort of not being destroyed at the end, but instead maybe you're on the ground and it somehow still has a presence. Maybe it's not complete, but it's still sort of there, and might evoke something else at the end that might be working.
Yes, thank you. Going off of that, if you have any idea, but more of what you wish you saw more or something like that, that's have to hear. But if not, it's totally fine.
The destruction at the end was too fast and too sudden, and it was hard to somehow comprehend. So yeah, something. and I didn't have a sense of parental relationship so much as, but definitely a greater force. And it wasn't so much that you were resisting or contradicting, but more not understanding. And that seemed to go through. So there was a real questioning that I had with each of these manifestations of being somehow. But so the end was too shocking for me.
Right.
When Gavin and I were conceiving of this performance series, so we talked about this idea of in-between-ness and colliding the traditional and new, or colliding cultures, and that when there's something sort of unfamiliar and uncomfortable, there's a possibility for a really interesting aliveness and something authentic, interesting. That it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Like everything that was traditional was once new, and I felt like this really embodies that literally. That for me it was really like you were trying to find who am I, in relation to my body, other bodies, the idea of body, like we're born into this skin, and it feels like why am I in this, and I got this amazing feeling like that, and working with that, that uncomfortableness, creates something, really like electric. That to me was just a really powerful and beautiful.
And I listen sounds, and sounds is really perfectly matched for movement. It's amazing, yeah. And I wonder, you recorded your voice, or you use it, or you make, or just like computer?
Mostly make.
Mostly.
Yeah.
But it's a live.
It is, right. So it's a little weird for the music nerds. Usually when you score for a piece that doesn't have words, one of two things happens. One is you score the piece and then the dance goes along to essentially the rhythm of the music. And the other way to do it is you would completely improvise everything, but that means you're usually playing an instrument, because instruments are easier to adjust. I basically have about 64 cue cards and one instrument that I'm trying to figure out, and Leah and I are kind of having to follow each other. So it's a little bit, it's sort of like trying to paint with your eyes closed. It's an interesting, different way of doing something. Thank you for saying that. I think Leah's piece is clear enough that it's fun to play with, but I'm sorry that you're sitting this close to the speaker, because I come from a non-scoring background, so for me, I used to play metal and punk, and music can have density and weight, which is why at the beginning it got, I know, probably a little painfully loud for you, but we wanted the silences to have more impact. And there's a lot of bass sounds, because anything treble you get distracted with, the bass feels visceral and adds nervousness or anxiety, or sometimes opens up, and but yeah, it's like editing in real time. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. It was very dramatic. You're it's a weird, your breathing sounds and the moment was very well matched.
Thank you.
Any questions? Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much.